Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, we are talking about alternate artworks, and we are going to be ranking them on just overall how good they are. Are they better than the original? Are they not better than the original? Etc. And we have a lot of alternate artworks in Yu-Gi-Oh! So we're going to go through all of these. Hopefully I know all of them. To be fair, there's a chance that I don't, but hopefully I know all of them. And yeah, we're just going to go through each one of them and just go from there, basically. Anyway, starting off here with the Appaloosa. Appaloosa is not better than the original. It's good, but it's not better than the original because no bear. You're missing the best part of the original Appaloosa artwork without including the bear. Yes, it's a bright green bear, which is kind of not very pleasing to look at, but the bear's the best part. So, getting rid of the bear, you can't put it higher than the original artwork. I believe this is just Red Eyes Black Dragon. Let's be honest, it's not good. It's not very good. This one in particular, not very good. I'm gonna have some very low ratings for a lot of the artworks, specifically from like DM era. So Dark Magician, Red Eyes, etc, etc. Speaking of which, yeah, this one is just very bad. I do not like any of the Stone Tablet ones. Let me see if I can find the other Stone Tablet Blue Eyes one. The Stone Tablet ones, I don't like them. This is very subjective. I don't think they're like terrible artworks, but I personally think that they're bad. I think almost every single other artwork, except for a few, are just better than it. So, there you go. This one's fine. I think the original is better, but this one's okay. It's whatever. Yeah. Next up, we have Dark Magician Girl. This one is meh. This is such a mid artwork. But you know what? I'm actually gonna put it pretty low. This one's bad. This one's so mid. It's so bad. There's nothing interesting at all. It's just kind of like eh. It's just kind of eh. You know, it's iconic. That doesn't mean it's good, right? I believe this is Cyber End Dragon, which, look, one thing I really enjoy is visual clarity, especially if it's going to be on a card that you're not going to be like able to zoom in on and really see in high quality. So something like this looks terrible, and you can see like, oh, it's small artwork. You know, this is about the size. Maybe you'd see it a slightly bigger. Maybe it'd be like this. But it is not going to look good on a card or anything like that. Meh. Meh. I think it's cool, though. Like, I think it's cool artwork. I'm not going to say it's bad artwork. None of these are bad artworks. Let me look. These are... I'm gonna move this one to... You know what? This is just... I'm just going to put it up here. I don't think any of these are bad artworks, okay? I genuinely like all of these artworks, except for No, I think none of these are bad. They're just different, and they're not, like, as good as the original. So most of this is based on whether or not they're better than the original or something like that. Because, like, to be fair, I don't hate this artwork. I think it's fine. I think it looks good. It's just, like, it's not going to be as good as some of the other options, right? So, there you go. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has fantastic artwork, and I will always stand by that. Speaking of which, this is not good in comparison. Yeah, this is just not my favorite artwork. I think it's pretty mid. It's just very bland and basic. One thing that I do like about this, I'm actually going to put it slightly higher, because there is something that I do really like about this. Red Eyes Black Dragon is very difficult to, like, recognize that it's got red eyes. It's the same thing with Blue Eyes. But the difference is, or I should say, but one thing that helps Blue Eyes stand out is the fact that it is blue. So you see Blue Eyes, White Dragon, and it's blue, and it's white. And it's great, because you get those two colors in the artwork, and it looks great. Red Eyes doesn't always have that, with one exception. In this artwork, it does have that, and it makes it look at least a little bit better, right? I'm not a big fan of the pose or anything like that. It's very like, not meh. Very meh pose. But overall, having the different, like, have it basically being lit by its mouth, I think is very cool. You know what? The more I talk about it, the better. I like keep putting it higher and higher. You know what? Now that I'm talking about it, yeah, You know what? I talked myself out of it. This is a good artwork. It's a damn good one. Good alternative to the original. I like the original a little bit better, which I believe is this one. It's one of these two. But honestly, they're both great. I think they both do what they're kind of supposed to do. But I like the idea of the red and black dragon. The red eyes, black dragon, and you get to see both of those in this artwork, and it's nice. It's nice. Then we have this one. This one, I think the OGs are better. It's a cool dynamic pose, but it really doesn't look like Red Eyes Black Dragon. It kind of looks weird and like, I know realistically this is a very lanky dragon, but this makes it really look thin and doesn't make it look menacing. It just kind of makes it look frail, which I don't like. Other than that, like, it's a cool dynamic pose. I like the background. I love the like wings being spread out. That's very cool, and not something that you see very often with a lot of the dragons in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like the big wings, which I think is very, very cool. Next up we have, I would believe this is Canahawk. Ulti Canahawk for Ritual Beast. I could be wrong. This could be one of the other ones. This one's meh. I love Ritual Beast. This is a meh artwork. It's fine. It's serviceable. At the very least, you understand what the card is, which is nice. Summon Skull is... This one's hard because I think it's similar in nature to this one, where it's a more dynamic pose. It's got more of an interesting background. It's like lit up by its electricity, which is very cool. But the OG is iconic, and it's because of its simplicity that it's iconic, right? Very similar to this, right? Very similar to a lot of the artworks that we're going to talk about that I really enjoy, which is simplicity, right? Speaking of which, I don't like this one. This is just weird. I don't know why it's not facing me. It looks clunky and strange, and I don't know what's going on with this one. This one's weird. This is probably one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite, actually. No, hold on. This one's my least favorite. I hate this one. This one's so bad. But yeah, this is probably my second least favorite of the Dark Magician ones. This one's fine. I put that one way too low. This one's okay. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of any of the Dark Magician artworks, or Dark Magician Girl artworks. But this one's, like, decent. Again, it's very dynamic, right? It feels very similar to all of these other ones. Or I should say these two. So there's that. This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT of artworks, and you can't say otherwise. This is the artwork they used in the anime for Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is the artwork that is most recognizable for the vast majority of real life people. Sorry. This is the artwork that you think of. I feel like most people think of this artwork when they think of Blue Eyes, right? This is the iconic artwork. It's not the first one. I believe Stone Tablet is technically the first one. No. It's this one. This one is the OG. Where'd he go? This one's technically the OG artwork. And let's be honest, it kind of sucks. In comparison, it's kind of sucking. You know? This one is definitely more of a threatening dragon, but this one is so much cooler. It's nice and clean and sheen and understandable and easily recognizable. However, I will say one thing as a kid that took me ages to recognize was that this part right here, the wing, is not its mouth. It took me until I was literally an adult to recognize that. So take that with a grain of salt. But to be fair, I still think that this is a very good artwork, and it's very nice. There you go. I think this is Darkness Metal, right? This one's okay. I think this one's... The problem with this one is that the original also kind of sucks. It's not a very good artwork in comparison to, like, the rest of the artworks. Again, it's all subjective. To be fair, don't hate any of the artworks in Yu-Gi-Oh! But neither of them are exceptional. However, comparatively to itself, to its own other artwork, this is a good one. It's a good alternative to the original one. I think it's good. It's just not crazy. This one is terrible. Dear Lanta, why did you print that? I said I don't dislike any of them. I'm going around doing this. It's fine. Moving on. Yeah, This one, I don't know. There's so much that's going on here, and there's also nothing that's going on here. It's really boring. What is this one? Who is this? Oh, is that Aluber? It's the Goober. Oh, it's the Goober. Yeah, Goober. Dear Lanta, this is... I gotta put this pretty low. I gotta put this pretty low. Not gonna lie. This one is not very good. I could not tell you. Like, if someone were to slap this down, I would be like, what is this card? What do you... This is not a real card. And they're like, yeah, let me search branded fusion with it. I'd be like, what? No. In fact, I could still be wrong about this. This could be something else entirely. I don't know what it is. Bad. This one's fine. The weird amalgamation of tentacle monster / pencil that the original artwork is so funny. But it's also, like, really cool for a card called Monster Reborn. This is just an unk. This is really boring. Like, I get why people like this artwork. I don't agree. I don't agree. But more so, it feels like the only reason people like it is because it's technically banned in the TCG. It's like not an artwork that you're allowed to utilize, right? Similar to the cross on Foolish Burial and stuff like that. And I like the other artwork way better. It just is more interesting. I think there's a lot more going for it. This is just an onk. This is super boring. There's nothing here that's like remotely interesting to look at. It's like, that is a symbol that everyone should know, and everyone does know. So it's just kind of like, yeah, Monster Reborn, you know the thing. The picture tells the story, and it's like, that's fine. But like, it's way more interesting to look at the other one. This is one of the coolest artworks for Blue Eyes, and there's yeah, nothing else to say. However, this is also an extremely expensive card. I've actually looked up how much this card is, and it's like $1,000+ because it's a prize card. So there you go. This is a really good artwork, I think, for Dark Magician. It's really cool. I like the more dynamic nature of it. I think it works a little bit better with the like nice background and all of that stuff. I think the staff looks a lot better, and just like overall, it's pretty cool. This one's also pretty good. That's all. It's the Dark Side of Dimensions one, so it's a lot more of like Dark Magician because he's in like pure black, which I think is very cool. Bigfoot, aka Yeti, I think is pretty cool. I think it's a good alternative. My biggest gripe with it, and why I'm not gonna put it higher, is because of the fact that it looks so obscenely different from the original that it's very difficult to recognize that, oh, that's the original, or that is Danger Bigfoot, right? And that's, I think, a big problem with a lot of these artworks is that it looks like an entirely separate card and not like the same card. Or like it's difficult to tell that it's the same card. It's not that big of a deal, but this one in particular, like, that's my biggest gripe with it, is like, oh right, that's Danger Bigfoot. I keep forgetting. I love the chibi. He's adorable. Look at him go. Look at him go. How can you not like that? That's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah. Chibi Dark Magician. Love it. This is pretty good. I like this artwork. I like the heart. I think it's a little bit more dynamic for Dark Magician Girl in particular. I think it's a little bit better. So, there you go. Don't like this one. Don't like this one. Don't like this one. This is the Dragon Paladin, and it looks so weird. Like, who sits like this? Like, let's zoom in. What is going on with her back? What is going on? What is going on with this? It looks so weird. Why are they turning in two separate directions? It just, I don't know. Don't like it. Don't like it. It's kind of weird. It's not terrible, but it's kind of weird. Is this Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon? It's one of the Xyz Dragons, right? One of the Dark Rebellions. I think it's okay. I think the original is a little bit better. I wouldn't necessarily put this like too far down, but don't like what it's got a weird pose, I think. It definitely makes it look almost less menacing than the original, because in the original it's like looking down on you, and I think that makes it look a little bit more menacing. And for what the card actually does, I think that's pretty cool, right? Whereas this one is just kind of like, it looks like it's being crucified. You know? It's fine. Anyway, this is the OG. This one is in a similar level of iconic as this guy. This is the artwork you think of when you think of Dark Magician. However, that doesn't mean it's the best Dark Magician artwork, as we see. But it also is. I think it's just one of the weaker of the artworks. It's very purple. He definitely looks human, as opposed to the blue that they gave him later, which I don't like. So, you know, he's fine. What in the hell is this? What? Is that supposed to be Firewall? I'm gonna tell you right now, I thought this was I thought this was Wind Up Rabbit. Yeah, I can't put this high. This again, visual clarity, right? If Firewall Dragon looks like Wind Up Rabbit, that kind of is bad. Now, to be fair, this could be an entirely different card, in which case it's even worse. Yeah, I don't know. It looks weird. It kind of looks like it's from a low quality. Maybe it's just the image is low quality. No, that's a high quality image. It's just the way that it's drawn kind of makes it look like it's pixelated. It looks kind of, yeah. Yeah. See, when I zoom out, it looks kind of weird. I don't know. It's not my favorite. This is Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, I believe. It's fine. It's okay. I like the other one a lot better than this one. So there's that. Next up we have Infinity. I actually really like this artwork. This artwork's great. You know what? This one's just like better than the original. That one's way better. I think the dynamic pose fits Infinity a lot better. I also really like it's very easy to recognize that this is Cyber Dragon Infinity. Like all of the stuff is there that makes it easily recognizable. It makes it a lot more interesting in its pose. I think just like everything about it is just kind of like elevated from its original version. To be fair, the original version I think is really weak in terms of artworks for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's still good. Again, I like a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Artwork, but in comparison, I think this one just works like a lot better. It's just elevated a little bit more. Is this Boral Guard? I don't know what Boral this is. This looks like Boral Guard. Or just Boral. It's probably just Boral. Boral Load? Boral? What is that one? It's not Boral Guard. Boral End? No. Boral something or other. Boral something or other. I think it's good. It's the original one. It's the one the one the Vrains character uses. Again, this has similar vibes to this one, but the original artwork for Boral is pretty good. I'm pretty sure this is Boral Guard, right? Boral something or other. I forget the exact name. I know the artwork in my brain. I don't remember the name, though. But yeah, this one's good. Phantasme, I think Phantasme is just so much better than this artwork. This artwork's just kind of okay. Yeah, that's it. I do like Phantasme, though. This one's a little bit better in terms of Red Eyes, but not by much. It's okay. I like the more, like, again, I like the big spread out wings. I think that's pretty cool. Decode Talker, this one's fine. Both Decode and the alt art for Decode, I think, are okay. They're not insane, but either way, I think they're both good. Oh, what one is this one? It's the Crystal Wing Synchro, I think. No, this one's Clear Wing. Clearing kind of sucks, is the problem. But this artwork also kind of sucks. I'm gonna put it in meh. I don't know. I don't like this artwork. I wish I could tell you why I don't. I just don't. Black Rose. I do prefer the original, but this one is a fantastic alternative to the original. Again, I really like the wings. I think that they're really cool. I like the fact that it looks a lot more like a rose in this picture, which is very cool. And yeah, there's just a lot more that I really enjoy about this. Very dynamic posing as well. Voice Raider. They've done an alt art for everything. Voice Raider sucks anyway. So, like, the artwork for Voice Raider, you couldn't have made much better, and yet they just didn't. They just didn't. It just got worse. Not by much, but, like, it did. I would say that that was overall not better than the original, which is saying something, because the original artwork is not the highest of quality. Anyway, this is House Dragon Maid. It's either House or Chamber. Either way, I think I'd rather just have the original. I think the original is a little bit better. It's nice. It's a good artwork. It's a good I don't want to say it's a good alternative because it's not quite there. Like, again, I'd just rather have the original artwork as opposed to this one. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I'd rather have the other one. Anyway, what is going on with this one? I don't know. The OG's better, but this one's fine. I know I can think of the other artwork. Again, cannot think of the name because it's one of those stupid, like, Predaplant, Starving Venom shenanigans. Is it Starving Venom? Is it Predaplant? I don't think it's Predaplant. Anyway, I prefer the original artwork of Unicorn, but this is a good alternative. This is a good additional option. It's still very clearly Nightmare Unicorn. It is still very clearly doing the exact same stuff and is still very iconic, but I personally prefer the other one. So there you go. Now, I know that's probably not the case for most people, and there's that. This one is the same as this one, same pose and everything, but the background matters a lot, and this makes it way worse. The green background is nasty. It's a nasty. The like dark blue and red background, a lot better. Junk Synchron is fine. I do prefer the original artwork, but this one's pretty good as well. I think again, very dynamic posing. I think oftentimes the more dynamic posing is a lot more divisive. There we go. Divisive. So, like, sometimes it looks really good, and sometimes it just doesn't. It's very difficult, I would say, to make it work nearly as well as just, like, having a guy, or just, like, having a very clear image of the thing. So, I think it's good, but I really don't like what's going on with his legs. It looks weird, for lack of a better term. I don't hate it, though. Harpy's Feather Duster. This is... I don't like this artwork. I think the original artwork is way better, but yeah, I mean, that's just me. Again, to me, it has the same vibe as, like, the original Monster Reborn, right? Like, I know this is technically supposed to be an alternate artwork, but this is technically the original, and this is also, I believe, technically the original, and I think the newer ones are just better. Ray is... I actually like this one better than the original. I think it's a more interesting pose for her, because I think in the original, what is she doing in the original? I forget. But I think this is a lot better. It doesn't quite do as much to make her look like a mech pilot, which I think is one of my biggest flaws with the individual card. But it doesn't really matter. I think it's just better. I like the hair flowing. The sword kind of is almost center stage, more so than her, which I think is pretty interesting. It's very like rule of thirds kind of thing, where it's like, no, you got to put it in the third, you know. This is kind of where the focus is, right over here. So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. This one is okay. Look, the original Sky Striker Engage is one of the best artworks in Yu-Gi-Oh! As much as I despise that card from a gameplay mechanic, Sky Striker Engage is a fantastic artwork. Sorry, Sky Striker Mobilize Engage is a fantastic artwork. And this is ass in comparison. This is not a bad artwork. Again, let's zoom in real quick. It's not a bad artwork. It looks good. I like a lot of the lines. I like a lot of the like poses and stuff like that. It's not nearly as like clean though, which I think is fine for an artwork. It's not gonna look nearly as good on a card, but because of that, I zoomed out a little too far. But because of that, it doesn't hold up nearly as well compared to the original. So while I am putting this in F tier, I don't think it's that bad. Again, hear me out. You're probably not. People are just going to skip to the end of the video and be like, why is Engage in the bottom of F tier? And it's like, well, because in comparison to one of literally the best artworks in the entire game, you're probably going to fuck it up and make it worse. And they did. Anyway, Neos. I think Neos is fine. Good alternative. I like both artworks. They're both good. Flame Swordsman is fine. I think the original artwork's kind of mid though. Ghost Bell, I think, is way better. We have where's the other one? There's another one that I want to put up here. Yes. Ghost Mourner and Ghost Bell are two of the most well done alternate artworks in the game. First of all, their original the original artworks are nowhere near as good. These two stand above the rest, or stand above themselves very well, and they are just fantastic artworks in general. They look incredible, and yeah, they're just very, very good. Spooky Dogwood's fine. I think it's a good alternative. I don't think it really does provide anything too much better than like the original, but it's good. I like this one. I think this is a cool, different version of Red Eyes that works pretty well. It looks like it's on fire, which I think is pretty cool. But overall, just a good artwork. Not really much to say. It really does feel like this one just kind of like evolved, which is I think really cool. Winged Dragon of Ra. Where do I put you? I think the original is just a slightly better. This one's kind of weird in its like outlining. It's got a very different shape as well compared to the original. So just I don't hate it. I think it's very unique artwork and art style, which I think is cool. Then we have Slifer, which is basically just doing the Raigeki thing, which is fine. I think it's cool. I think the like Raigeki's cool, but other than that, I think the original's a little bit better. And I would imagine they have the the biggest problem is that these artworks exist. So in comparison, you know, these are just not going to be nearly as good, right? It's like, why ever use these ones when you could just use the... Oh, no, sorry, hold on. That's Kazuki Takahashi's. Do we have the other artwork for Obelisk? Or is this... Yeah, okay. I believe that goes there. Cool. Although this one's also goated. This one's also incredible. Obelisk just looks good no matter what you do. Obelisk is cool. But, like, Slifer is really, really good. Winged Dragon of Raw kind of sucks in comparison, but, like, these two are fantastic. They're all really good. They're all much better than the originals. So, there's that. Yeah. These... Okay, here's the big thing with all of these, is that they look like Egyptian gods in comparison to the original artworks, where they don't. They look kind of silly, right? But, like, this is an Egyptian god card. This is an Egyptian god. You could absolutely see this being something that would be inscribed in hieroglyphs, right? Or, like, talked about in ancient texts. Same with this guy. Same with this guy. Same with this guy, right? The rest of them, maybe not so much. That's just a bird. Who is this? What artwork is this? Oh, it's Albaz. Okay. I think it's Albaz the Ashen, or is it just regular Albaz? It's one of the two. I wish I could tell you, because honestly, I think the original is just better. Either Albaz the Ashen or regular Albaz. I think both artworks are just objectively better. I think they look more interesting. I like the dark colors for Albaz because it is a dark attributed monster. I think that helps kind of like clarify some things. I also like the dark nature of like his whole story. This just doesn't really portray that. It's kind of like just a moment in the story, which I don't think works as well. Birdman. I mean, the original also kind of sucks, but this one is even worse. Plasma. I think this one's fine. The original Plasma is kind of mid, but to be fair, I don't really enjoy this one as much. Mostly due to visual clarity. I think the visual clarity on the original one is a little bit better. But overall, like, this is a fine one. Stratos. I prefer the original, but this is just kind of me. I don't think this one's bad. But yeah, I definitely prefer the original artwork. Winda and Construct, which I believe is in here somewhere. I saw her recently. What? Where? Construct. There she is. Both of these are more or less the exact same to me. Like, the difference between their original artworks and these artworks is negligible. They more or less do the exact same thing and look very similar. But with that being said, it's probably because I've seen these artworks interchangeably in like a lot more than I have most of the other ones. So to me, this just like yeah, this is what I started seeing Construct with. Like, this was the original Construct to me. This was the original Winda to me, right? These were the two cards, or the two artworks that I had for these cards instead of the originals. And so I think that may have helped. But overall, like, they're pretty much the same. I feel like they're very similar in nature, and not much changes. I do really like this lighting, though. The, like, dynamic pink and stuff like that that's going on. Very cool. These are fantastic. Yep. I'm not going to explain this. You can see it. Buster Blader in a JoJo stance. Hell yeah. Bro is just a JoJo stand, and I absolutely stand for it. Buster Blader, the original Buster Blader, is super boring and super lame, and this is cool, and this is interesting, and that's hell yeah. I believe this is Red Eyes Darkness. It's Red Eyes Metal something or other. It's fine. I can't tell what the frick is going on, but it's fine. Who are you? Well, you know, I wish I could tell you what this is. I just genuinely can't. It's, oof. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. This one's fine. I think both of the Winter Cherries ones are whatever. They're not really doing anything. Goki. Is this the Link 4? Or is it the Link 3? I have to remember which one's which. Either way, I know which artwork, again, I know which artwork it is. I don't know the name of it. It's fine. I wouldn't say the original is better, so we'll just put it there. I don't know what Harpy card this is. Is this Cyber Slash Harpy Lady? Or... yeah, Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. If it is... ooh, sorry. If it is, the original is better. Okay, what is going on with this one? Is this supposed to be like Trap Hole? What trap hole is this? That's my question. That is my question. I'm gonna put it down here. Oh, this one's Firewall. Wait, then what the hell is this? Is this Singularity? What? What card is this? What? I like this one. This one's okay. This one's pretty cool. I really like its pose. It definitely doesn't read as Firewall Dragon to me, but it's cool. I have... Okay, 5-headed is... This is a good 5-headed. As opposed to the original, to be fair, the original is ass, but this one's, like, really good. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, you know what, I'll put it up here because it is better than the... Is it? Yeah, it's better than the original one, but not by much. It's just kind of like, well, the original one also kind of was just bad. Similar to, like, Ghost Bell, where it's like, like, it wasn't really doing much. Like, it was kind of a mid artwork, and they just made it slightly better. It's a little bit more interesting. It has a little bit more depth. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this artwork in my life. I have no idea what this is referencing, or what is the other card artwork. And to be fair, it's fine. I don't... The problem is there's not like a tier where I can put this, because I don't know what this is. We'll put it there. Karibo. The original is better. By a lot. This one's okay. I really don't like this artwork for Utopia. It's pretty bad. I like the original artwork. I think it looks a lot better. This is just kind of like weird. Like, anyway, it's overly detailed. That's what I will say. Is this Towers? Oh, I despise this artwork for Helio. Or, not Helio. Sunlight Wolf. It looks bad. Just, like, the original artwork, very clean, very nice to look at. It's understandable. And it looks like, I don't know. It just looks so much better than this one. This one kind of sucks. I think this is just Towers. I don't know, it's fine. I'm going to say it's Towers, and it's going to go right there. Kagari. I think this one is whatever. I have no thoughts on this. No thoughts at empty. I think this is more or less the same as the original artwork. There you go. I know it's different, but, like, it feels very samey. It's like, kind of does the same thing. Same with this one. Rose. I think Rose is a little bit better. But not by much. Like, I would basically be like, yeah, this is pretty much the same. It feels like, you know, if you pair these two, right, it looks pretty cool. In fact, I'm actually just going to put that there because it looks cool. But it probably goes down here. This one looks so weird. I am not a fan of this artwork. In fact, I really don't like this artwork for Blue Eyes. It looks so top-heavy, but, like, not in a good way. It looks like he's one of those, like, birds that, like, sips, you know? You know those birds that just, like, constantly dip and sip? That looks like what he's doing. He's like, eh? He looks so unstable. I like the world. Zawarudo. OG's better, but it's pretty cool. Winged Karibo has an alt art, and I was unaware of this. But to be fair, it's cute. It's cute. Well, shit. Which one's this one? Is this one Boral Guard and this one's Boral Load? Yeah, probably. We'll just go with that. They're fine. I like this artwork. It's good. It's a clean alternative to the other one. I like that this one's a little bit darker, so you can play more of like the light Cyber Dragon or the dark Cyber Dragon. I think that's pretty cool in terms of artwork, so I think it's a nice alternative. I wouldn't say it's better or worse. Right there, right next to the original. The original is very good as well, so there you go. This is another Cyber End, I believe. Or is this Cyber Twin? This looks like Cyber End, right? The 3 heads. Yeah. It's okay. I definitely prefer the original, but that one's okay. How do I feel about this troll? It's okay. The problem is the original one is also kind of mid, but this one's not much better. It's a little bit better. We'll put it next to Decode for now. Alistair, yeah, this one's fine. This one's fine. I think both have their merits, right? This one's, he's, you know, doing a dynamic pose, actually doing something, whereas in the original, he's just kind of like standing there, staring at you. Alright, what is this one? Who is this? What? What? Who is this character? I have no idea. Is that supposed to be Ecclesia? Or is it Kit? Is it Ecclesia? Is it... I don't know who it is. That's my biggest problem. I'm just going to say the original is better because I don't know who it is, but it's probably one of those. It's either Kit or Ecclesia, and I would imagine it's Ecclesia. So, I don't know. We'll put it next to Apo. I have no idea who this is. Again, probably from the Albaz lore, given the artwork and the way that it looks, but I couldn't tell you who it is. I think it's cool, though. I think it's very cool. Like, it looks cool, but I don't know who it is. This is, like, objectively one of the worst artworks. Because they took an artwork that already sucked, and they made it worse somehow. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is not a good artwork. That's a lie. It is a okay artwork. And when you take an okay artwork full of... in a game full of incredible artworks, and you somehow make it worse, it ruins it. When this card shows up, it's terrible. No one likes it. I cannot express enough how much I do not like this artwork. This is one of the only artworks where I will objectively say this is bad. It is a bad artwork. It does not look good. There you go. Hey, Lejin. I do like Lejin. He's cool. He's fine. I think the original one is a little bit better, but not by much. Daddy Eldritch is Daddy Eldritch, and that is one of the best alt artworks you have ever seen. Holy crap. They took an already incredible artwork and improved upon it like tenfold. Dear Lanta, it's so good. It's so good. It is daddy. There you go. It's that simple. I don't know who this is. Hold on. Let's zoom in. Oh, it's Tachyon. It's Tachyon something or other. To be fair, I don't like the original much, but that one's okay. I have no idea. Who are you? Go away. I think this is just Blue Eyes, White Dragon, but like with Kaiba in it. I don't know, it's cool. It's probably hyper expensive. Chaos Dragon Levianeer. I actually prefer the original one, but this one's also very good. Yeah, just a solid artwork. I think it's pretty cool. I like the way that, like, the wings kind of go into this orb and stuff like that. Very cool. I like it. I don't know. This is some Dragon Maid card, which I do not care about, so there's that. I think this is Gearfried or something like that. Gilfer? I have this card. I have this alt art somewhere. I have no idea what it is. It's not very good, though. Who the hell are you? Oh, this is, Mechaba, right? Now, I love this artwork. I think it's a really, really cool artwork. But it does miss its chariot. The chariot on Mechaba is iconic, and it's very, very cool. And the fact that it's gone does hamper this artwork from being better. Because, again, it's like missing the bear in Appaloosa. It's like you're missing the best part of the original. But even with that being said, this is a fantastic artwork. Would I say it's better than the original? I'm going to say it's better. It's so clean. It's so clean. I don't know who exactly this is. I think it's Iceberry or something or other. In which case, it's probably better than the original, but I couldn't tell you which Ice Barrier it is, because I genuinely don't know about those cards. Sonic Chick's original artwork is really bad, so sure, that can go up there. What is this? Is this supposed to be Fusion Substitute? That is a very real possibility. Or is this just polymerization? No, this looks like it's Fusion Substitute. Maybe? Yeah, this looks like an alt art for Fusion Substitute. I think the OG's better. This polymerization artwork, I think, is just as good as the original. I think the original is a little bit... I don't know. I think they're both fine. They both have their merits. They both look fine. Who is this? It's the Sky Striker card. I'll tell you that. Do I know who it is? No. Is it Zeke? Is it Shizuka? No. I don't know. I'm gonna say the OG is a little bit better than that one. I think it's Shizuku. No, because this one's Shizuku. And I think this one's better than Shizuku. Or at the very least the same as Shizuku. I think this one's Kaina? Is it Z? I don't know. Don't know. This is a card. I didn't know that was a card. I have no idea what this is. What? Is this supposed to be Lieb? It's a very real... Actually, I think it is. Yeah. If this is supposed to be Lieb, I think... Yeah. I think the original is a little bit better. Toon World. I prefer the original. I like the goofy little town that comes out of the original book. This one's... whatever. What the hell is this card? I have no idea. I'm just gonna put it in F. We're just gonna ignore it. Okay, dear Lanta, what are these artworks? I don't know what they are! What is this? Huh? Okay. I'll just put it there, because I genuinely have no clue what it is. Anyway, we have a whole bunch of Dark Magicians here, now. I think the OG is better. I think this one's pretty cool. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Sorry, let me go back to presentation. Sorry, I click things. This one's okay. I like it. The big drawing point, or selling point, I should say, is the fact that it's Kazuki Takahashi's actual artwork and stuff like that. But other than that, it's whatever. I like this one. It's pretty dynamic as well. I think this is supposed to be Silent Magician, if I'm not mistaken. In which case, pretty good. Pretty good. The original Silent Magician artworks are kind of mid, so like this is a great improvement. This is another Slifer, I think. Yeah? That's weird. Okay. I like it. I think it's good. I think it's cool. I think it's dynamic. Stardust, I think the original is a little bit better. Yeah, this one kind of looks weird. I don't like its pose as much. Even though I really do like the wings and the background and stuff like that, I think its pose just kind of doesn't work as well as the original pose. And so, yeah, there you go. I mean... Look, Japanese Twitter went crazy when this card was revealed, and for good reason. It's a fantastic artwork. I'm not going to explain any more than that. Thank you. Thousand Year Dragon. Honestly, the original Thousand Year Dragon looks like shit, and this one looks good. So, there you go. Tour Guide. I actually prefer the original Tour Guide, but this one is very good as well. I think both Tour Guides look great. They're pretty good. They're pretty iconic. Panther Warriors, fine. He's okay. He's okay. He's probably better than the original, though. Because the original is, like, really mid. Sorry, I'm yawning. I really don't like this artwork. I'm gonna put it in F tier. It looks really bad. I'm sorry. I do like this Jinzo artwork, though. The original one is very iconic, as well as just being a good artwork. But this one's also very, very good. I'm gonna put the clear up here at the top. I like all of the Dark Heroes. I think they're all pretty good. Yeah, we'll put them all right here, kind of next to each other. They're all very similar in nature, and I think they all look pretty cool and unique, and they're nice. Just in general, different poses, very, very dynamic poses. They're all doing something, which I think is pretty cool. This is the original Karibo. This is Ghost in the Attic. So, if you don't know, real quick, history lesson. Ghost in the Attic was a card, just a random vanilla monster that ended up getting turned into Karibo. But Ghost in the Attic did look like this. And so this is the alt art basically referencing that. And I think it's pretty good. I think it's nice, it's cute. It's a little homage that I really enjoy. It's adorable. Guy the Fierce Knight, pretty good. Not much to say about that. Celtic Guard. Oh, there's multiple Celtic Guards. I think this one's good. I like it. Again, very dynamic posing. But it actually looks good. And I like the color shading in this one. The almost like comic book-esque shading is very interesting. And it makes it look very, very cool. Whereas this one is just like a guy. It's just a guy. To be fair, the original artwork is also kind of mid, but I mean, it's whatever. They're all the same. ABC, or this is the XYZ. This is XYZ, Dragon Cannon, something or other. The original one is kind of a mess, so this one also being a mess doesn't really change much with it. It's fine. IP Masquerena. I really enjoy the original artwork of SP. I think it's a lot more cheeky and a lot more interesting, and I like that artwork a lot more. But this one is also very good. The motorcycle is very cool. I really don't like the cheetah print. It's kind of weird, or like the animal print. It's kind of funky. But overall, like, it's fine. It's fine artwork. Again, prefer the original. This one's a pretty good one. Pretty good. We'll put it here-ish. Yeah. Very dynamic posing. Very clean and majestic. This one is one of the few instances where the dragon actually looks majestic in Blue Eyes, which I think is pretty cool. The rest, it kind of looks like fearsome or just kind of like a goofball. Anyway, I think this is Dark Paladin. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Nor do I really care. And then Rescue Cat. I think this one's good. I like this. I like both of the Rescue Cat artworks. I think they're great. But yeah, overall, that is going to be it. Now, if you just skipped to this point and didn't hear any of my explanations, go back and watch the video, because I have a lot of explanations as to why things are in the specific zones that they are. And I want to specifically state, I don't hate any of these artworks, except for this one. I hate this one. This one in particular can burn in hell. As for the rest, I think they're fine. I think they're all good artworks. It's just whether or not they're better than their original artwork. And yeah, that's basically where they have been placed and why they have been placed where they are. So all in all, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has some fantastic artworks. And the fact that a lot of this stuff is above, or at least on the same level of their original artworks, shows how good a lot of these alt arts are, right? So there you go. That's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, I like us very much, so appreciate it. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.